Hello, I'm Jim Knight, Extension Wildlife Specialist at Montana State University. Today we're going to talk about how to use a live trap. Setting a live trap is done by first understanding how the mechanisms work. There's a door that you open. There is a treadle that the animal steps on to trigger the door. And there is the actual keeper, which holds the door open until the animal steps on the treadle. Anytime you're going to use a live trap, it's important to play with it a little bit to get familiar with how much pressure it takes to set the trap off. And that means putting your finger through the holes so that you can push down on that treadle to see how much pressure it takes to make it go off. The critical part is that you make it a hair trigger so that as soon as an animal with the weight of whatever you're trapping steps on it, it will go off, but you also need to not make it so light that something bumping it on the outside will make it go off before you're ready. So to set the hair trigger, look at how it's holding the door open and then back it off a little bit so that you can make it just barely be activated. This is what allows it to go off easily rather than allowing the animals to go in and out. Stepping on the treadle very lightly will allow this one to go off. The principle of baiting the trap is the same regardless of what the animal is. You want to put a lot of bait in the back so that it has to spend time there and it will set the trigger off. Then you want to put lesser amounts of bait to lure it in and just a few pieces in the front. When you're putting the large amount of bait in the back, you can use some kind of a cup that you tear off to make a small tray. Place that all the way in the back of the trap so they spend a lot of time there. Then you can put a couple pieces of the bait on the trigger itself, the treadle, so that the animal will spend time there. Then you can take smaller pieces, smaller amounts, as you try to lure the animal in. I put a couple pieces right at the doorway and a couple pieces further into the trap so that the animal will be lured inside. And when it goes inside and starts feeding, it will step on the treadle and the door will close.